The classic ditty from the Foundations, Why Do You Build Me Up, Buttercup? University of Wisconsin Badgers went into Piscataway, New Jersey, and for lack of a better term, beat down the Scarlet Knights today. Just beat them down. Fun to see. Absolutely fun to see. 42-7. Big time win. Big time win. So, Scary Alvarez Skull Session is here, of course. You already know that. You wouldn't be here. Hey, remind you all to please subscribe. I always say this. If you want to like it, it's fine. It's a great ego stroke. Not a big deal either way. But subscribing helps this video to not be buried under a Bulgarian polka wedding video by YouTube. So props for doing that in advance from your boy, Scary Alvarez. Anyway, turning back to the game. Look, I didn't know exactly what to expect in this match. I think, like a lot of people, I favored a close Wisconsin win. Rutgers have been playing well. 4-1 team. Had a 7-point defeat in Lincoln to the Cornhuskers last week. Pretty good secondary. You know, not a fantastic offense, but you've seen that quarterback for a couple of years over at Minnesota, but he did manage to beat Wisconsin one time in 2022. So the kid isn't the worst gunslinger in the Big Ten, but I wasn't sure what to expect. But Wisconsin went in there, and frankly, I know it was a relatively close game at halftime. Still, Wisconsin could have been up 4 touchdowns. This could have been one of those kind of old school, Bielema Anderson style 63-70-7 kind of wins. That doesn't get any closer to beating Ohio State or Michigan, but so it's fun. But hey, man, I will take it. So instead of going through it and breaking down what went right, wrong, and all that stuff, you got Lockdown Badgers and the Bucky Report and stuff like that for those kind of things. I'm going to go just into kind of the vibes of the fan base after the game. I'm going to just keep, cards on the table. And as you know, I'm Scary Alvarez. I always have a royal flush. But I'm feeling absolutely fantastic about that game. I'm not afraid to say it. I'm ecstatic is probably not the right word, but you can only be as happy about any given game as the game commands. Yes, this is a road game against Rutgers, solid team, not a Big Ten title contender certainly. Not going to see Rutgers in the college football playoff anytime soon, but a really solid, up and coming program with a good coach and a very stout defense, and you're on the road. So going in there and coming out with a big victory like this, one that was really, for lack of a better term, Wisconsin was imposing its will on the Scarlet Knights. Absolutely, the big beefers on the offensive line. You saw some blocks there that were just fit. Bruner had one where he could have been charged with a felony. It was so vicious in a good way. But yeah. I'm about as happy with the result that happened today as I could possibly be about that game coming in. Got some Rutgers fans howling in the background here. That's where I am, and I presume that's where many of you are too. But something that is, and I'm not. This isn't a complaint. I'm a student of the fan base a little bit, and I like to try and figure things out. There are a lot. It's kind of pretty good overlap between like the never fic people and a lot of people just were not that happy about this. And I'm not, again, telling you how to fan how you want to fan. Ryan Herrings likes to say that, and he's not wrong. I mean, go ahead and fan, but like spending 2 hours on Twitter X after the game in great detail saying why you shouldn't be happy about this if you're a Badger fan because it wasn't Penn State or it wasn't Oregon, or it doesn't mean anything. I don't understand that kind of fanning. You can do it, but I don't have to understand it. And frankly, I don't like it. I don't like the cut of its jib. It's weird. It is perfectly okay for 2 consecutive Sundays to be happy with what has happened with your team, to be happy that there were 2 consecutive blowouts against Big Ten teams. It's okay to feel good about that, to take something from it, to think that Longo's offense is finding some rhythm. It's okay to do that. Absolutely okay. And I don't know, frankly, I don't know why you're cheating yourself if you don't do it. Because being a fan is not about being constantly stressed out and miserable. It's about having some fun. So have some goddamn fun with it. Okay? I don't understand the inability to have fun. I said this on Twitter earlier this evening. This can be true along with still believing and knowing, because it's a fact, that Wisconsin has to continue improving and is going to have to play a significantly better brand of football if they're going to beat really good teams on our schedule, like at Iowa, like Oregon at home, like Penn State at home. Both of those things can be true. You can be happy about a win, feel good about it, take it to heart, have a couple of spotted cows and some fried cheese and feel good about what happened without always having this specter of what could go wrong, what should go wrong. The team wasn't good enough that we played, so we can't be happy. Just what a miserable existence to live like that. Free yourself of those chains. My fellow Badgers who feel this way, please. Life is about enjoying yourself and being happy to the extent you're able to in these stressful times we live in. Do it here. So again, to back up a minute, you can be happy and feel good and raise a beer to that performance today over Rutgers, and also reserve a little bit of room for saying, hey, hold on a second, now we got to keep improving. Got to keep getting better. This went wrong. Maybe this wasn't the greatest team. Hey, Rutgers was a little banged up at linebacker. They weren't looking good on offense. You can do both things. You can expect more and want progression to happen. But one does not have to be at the expense of the other one. You're not betraying your desire to have Wisconsin be better by being happy that they were good or had a good time or won by a lot 2 consecutive weeks. Okay? You're not betraying those things. Now, if you're absolutely dyed in the wool, never thick, you're going to be miserable no matter what. There are still several accounts out there that were just, Rutgers sucks. Why do you waste your time watching Wisconsin? Go watch a dog show or something. Or root for a different college football team that will never lose or rarely lose, like Ohio State. It'd be easier on you. Okay? Paul Chryst and Jim Leonard, they ain't walking through that door, cats. Ain't gonna happen anytime soon. So let it go. It's like you're pining away for an old girlfriend. It's embarrassing. She might have been great. I've said this to anyone who listened. I love Leonard. I love Chryst. Great guys. Wish them nothing but the best in the future. Not our coach. Not going to be our coaches. End of story. So just let go, let God, and have some fun. God damn it, have some fun. Enjoy the victories, because there will be, I'm fairly certain, losses from here till the end of the season. And those aren't going to be much fun. So enjoy the good times. You're not betraying anyone by enjoying a good time for Wisconsin. Be happy for the kids that put the blood, sweat, and tears into this program. Be happy for them. Support them. Do it. It's fun. I had to get off my chest. I think it's a great fan base, and most of you get it. But it's such a hand-wringing fan base in some segments. It's just wild to me to see. So anyway, I'm going to leave it at that. Got a, kind of creepy game at Northwestern and a jerry-rigged soccer field 90 feet from Lake Michigan. What could go wrong? I kid, sort of. But let's see if we can get a victory over Northwestern. We'll be checking in with hopefully a Badger hockey podcast here in the next 7 to 10 days. Get back on the interviewing someone else thing, not just me, although me talking is fantastic. But anyway, on Wisconsin, enjoy that victory. Damn it, it's okay to feel good. Scary Alvarez out.